Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
He's missed nearly 90 votes in Lansing, and now there's more jail time ahead for State Rep Jewel Jones. What does that mean for the people he's supposed to be representing?
And there's been no sign of Brendan Santo, the visitor who went missing from MSU, but police are weighing in on two theories about what may have happened.
Fed up with dangerous driving in her neighborhood, a Detroit woman is asking why her street can't have something others do have to try to make everyone safer. Glad you're with us at 6. One Detroit resident is on a mission now to make people slow down where people live and play.
It's drifting, it's drag racing, and it's just plain speeding. And it's gotten out of hand on Hamburg Street from 7 Mile to Lyndhurst. A woman who lives there reached out to Local 4 defender Sean Lay. And Sean, she feels as if she's on a speed island of sorts.
That's a great way of putting it, Kimberly. Good evening to you. You drive around the city of Detroit, you're seeing a lot of these. Watch this SUV come by. These speed humps really do slow down traffic in neighborhoods where we have seen terrible speeding, even fatal accidents before. The woman on the east side, surrounded by these things, does not have them on her street, and she's got video evidence of why the city needs to come and put speed humps in.
He won. Give us some speed bumps, Mike.
That's Nedra Davis Hall trying to put up a Mike Duggan campaign sign that got taken out by a dangerous driver.
Look at this.
And she can show you why she wants speed humps on her street. This week, this out-of-control driver tearing up one lawn, almost slamming into cars, almost hitting a house.
But that video, once you see it, it's like the Fast and the Furious. It's like, I mean, it was crazy. And I'm like, wasn't nobody chasing her? Like, why did she come across here?
She and her block watch requested speed humps last summer because of drifting and drag racing on her street. She is surrounded by speed humps, but not on her street, Hamburg.
Mike Duggan, he won. Again, can y'all contact him? Ask him, can he come over here and see it? Please send him the video.
We are contacting the mayor's office for Nedra and Public Works. We are posting this wild video. Now Nedra is asking the defenders for help. Speed humps slow drivers down. The city says it will install 5,500 of them by the end of the year. Humps go in based on speed, the amount of traffic on a street and on streets near schools. Hamburg checking all of those boxes.
This part of Hamburg, on this side, speed bumps, please. Mike, whoever's in charge of it, please can we get some speed bumps?
Back here live in Nedra, certainly saying please. And look, there's a long list of streets that are due to get street humps this year. Hamburg is not on there. We did contact Public Works stating the case for Nedra. They are looking into it right now. Also, if you want speed humps in your neighborhood, DetroitMI.gov. Really easy way to sign up and ask for street humps when you fill out this very easy survey. However, you do need some block club petitions. Most of the neighbors you live with have to agree to having speed bumps for you to request one. So we'll let you know if one comes in or several on Hamburg.
Yeah,
back to you.
We hope it works out for Nedra. Okay, Sean, thanks.
Got breaking news coming in now on the ongoing bribery investigation probing corruption within Detroit City Hall and the Detroit Police Department. Retired police officer 55-year-old Alonzo Jones is charged with bribery. He oversaw DPD's vehicle auction from 2009 until he retired this past May. Prosecutors say Jones received $3,200 in bribes from 2019 to 2021. Former City Councilman Andre Spivey and 2 other police officers have already been charged as part of Operation Northern Hook, an FBI investigation of bribery and extortion within City Hall and the city's towing operations, and it continues. First round of kids ages 5 to 11 in Oakland County received their COVID-19 vaccines. Our cameras captured the first shots going into arms at South Oakland Health Center in Southfield. School clinics throughout Oakland County are going to start operating next Monday. November 8th would be the date of that. County officials are calling on parents to get their kids the vaccine.
So I'm putting out a personal plea to the parents to get your kids vaccinated. It'll keep your families safe, your children safe, your communities, your schools, our entire county and state.
About 9,000 appointments for vaccinations have already been made. If you want to schedule one for your child, we've got all the information at clickondetroit.com. Clock is ticking for the majority of the private sector to implement vaccine mandates. Biden administration says private businesses that have more than 100 employees have now until January 4th. Employees have to be fully vaccinated or they have to start getting tested every week. Unvaccinated employees have to cover the cost of their own testing, by the way. Any employer failing to meet those requirements could face $14,000 in fines for each worker. Several Republican-controlled states are vowing to fight those rules.
Representative Joel Jones remains behind bars tonight. His bond revoked in his drunk driving case. This morning, a judge decided to keep Jones in jail for at least another week. That means his Inkster district is without legislative representation. And we're getting reaction on that in Lansing tonight. That's where we find Local 4's Rod Maloney, who asked around about Jones's absence. Rod.
Yeah, Kimberly, let's take a look at his history since about mid-September. Number of days in jail, 50. Number of missed legislative sessions, 22, which includes an all-nighter. The number of votes missed, the clerk tells us today, that number is 87. It's getting noticed.
3 F8 people versus Joel Jones.
Joel Jones left his jail cell today to attend what became a scheduling conference. Business at the state capitol, though, went on without him. And it's getting noticed. This board represents legislative seating assignments, and third-term Republican State Representative Mary Whiteford sits just 4 seats across the aisle.
It's been really disappointing to see that there is somebody who went through everything getting elected, getting the trust of their district, and to make really poor decisions.
The 26-year-old Jones made quite the scene with state police earlier this year, threatening officers he would call the governor on them for arresting him, violating his bond terms repeatedly, and topping that off with allegedly taping a handcuff key to his foot sheriff's deputies found while processing him into the jail.
And now those decisions over and over and over again has made it so that these people have no voice. And this gentleman had so many great opportunities to do good things until he gave it up. And so that's what makes me really sad and disappointed.
Former State Representative Sherry Gay Dagnogo attended Jones' hearing today, saying that Jones's behavior is not indicative of the young man she knows and considers a son.
I believe this is a plea and a cry for help. The pressure of the legislature is very, very tough. As a person coming into elected office in his early 20s and then serving, it comes with challenges.
Now, the former state representative says that she and others want him to get what they believe he needs, which is alcohol counseling. His attorney has told us that as well. In the meantime, there doesn't appear to be an effort to get him out of office because there are only 2 ways that can happen. The legislature can actually vote, but they need a 2/3 majority to expel him from the legislature, or his district could ask for a recall, but it doesn't appear that's in the offing right now. Back to you.
Rod, before you go, what about his legal problems? What's next for that?
Okay, so a week from tomorrow, he has a hearing on his bond. His defense attorney wants to get his bond reinstated. They'll hear that and also get a mental health evaluation from the defense. The judge is looking at that now. Then on December 10th, there's going to be perhaps a day-long, maybe a 2-day-long hearing, because the defense is saying that this arrest should never have happened in the first place. It was improper. They want the judge to make a decision on that. Again, that comes up on December 10th.
Okay, we'll be following it. Rod, thank you.
Dte Energy revealing a new plan to cover upgrades and improvements to try to minimize the power outages. In the short term, $70 million will be spent on tree trimming. Dte expects to hire 300 more tree trimmers and 200 more line workers. Long-term investments include spending $7 billion over 5 years to upgrade and replace equipment, and that includes rebuilding substations and continuing to install smart meters in homes. DTE also says it's on track to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions by the year 2050.
Washtenaw County has been making some major changes in its approach to criminal justice. The latest is called a CIEU, which stands for Conviction, Integrity, and Expungement Unit. Larry Sproul shows us how it will work to right some wrongs and give people second chances.
There's a new program being introduced here in Washtenaw County that deals with those who were wrongfully convicted. This is video of that news conference. You can see several organizations making an announcement, including several men who they say they served time in prison for a crime they did not commit.
To send somebody to prison for a crime that they did not commit is not just the worst mistake a prosecutor can make. It is not just the worst mistake the judicial system can make. It is the worst mistake that the government can make.
Washtenaw County Prosecutor Eli Sabbath says it's a sad fact, but happens often. People serving time in prison for a crime they did not commit. That's why his office is starting a conviction integrity and expungement unit.
And I served 19 years, 7 months, and 12 days in prison for a crime that I didn't commit.
Marvin Cotton Jr. with National Organization of Exonerees joined his new brothers Thursday outside the Washtenaw County Administration Building for the announcement. Joining him, Larry Smith Jr., who served 26 years, and Jawan Deering, who served 15 years, both recently released.
And today we celebrate, but we're celebrating the future because we know that they're going to be innocent men and women that will no longer be trapped behind bars. They actually have hope and they actually have a chance in order to prove their innocence.
Washtenaw County Chief Assistant Prosecutor Victoria Burton Harris says this program is needed.
Being a black woman who has spent a number of years working in the criminal legal system, I have seen a lot of injustice. A lot of injustice, quite frankly, that has been very targeted at specific populations.
And they were asking anyone, if you know someone who may be in prison, who also may be innocent, to fill out an application. We have that information on our website, clickondetroit.com. Reporting in Ann Arbor, Larry Sproul, Local 4.
Okay, Larry, still ahead here at 6. Look real close. You'll see a dog at the bottom of this sewer hole after falling at least 20 feet. We'll take you inside a rescue effort just ahead.
We'll have that coming up, and here's Paul.
Well, we got a gorgeous sky cam shot of Campus Martius. Oh, look at the color on the trees. And here's the city's Christmas tree just erected today. Temperatures right now, generally we're looking at low 40s, even upper 30s in some spots. But you know what? These colors here are going to be even brighter with all the sunshine coming our way. I'll have your forecast straight ahead.
All right, Paul, and next the search continues for Brendan Santo. What police are saying about the disappearance of a young man who was visiting Michigan State when we come back.